All right, guys. If you guys happen to see I think one of my earliest videos, I got myself stuck at an off-road park in a big mud bog, and I was having trouble getting myself out. I thought I knew what I was doing, but the truck wasn't reacting like it was. And if you watch the video, you'll hear the engine trying to ramp up, but nothing's really happening in the back. So, because the traction control override was on, and even though it shows on the screen that it's off, it was still on. So, anyway, it took a while, but I finally got it figured out how to get that done, and I wanted to share that with you. I'm going to go through the process of exactly what you have to do in order to get yourself into 4 high with the lockers on. This is a Mojave, I only have rear lockers. So you can get the high wheel spin to clear the mud out of your tires, which hopefully will help you get yourself out of a muddy situation. So first thing we're gonna do is, so the truck is sitting here in park, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch it to 4 high. So let's do that. So I'm in 4 high, still in park, it's still showing in 4 high here. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to hit the off-road plus button. So you'll probably already be in off-road plus if you're out there off-roading, but we're going to go ahead and hit that. And when you do that, it shows that it's taking the traction control off. But in reality, the traction control is still on. And it won't let you get out, and it's also doing something else with the when you try to put your rear lockers off. So I'm going to go ahead and try to put on my rear lockers. So I'm sitting here in high, right, and as I showed before, and I'm going to try to put on my rear locker, and we're going to see what kind of message I get on that. So here it is. I'm pressing down the rear locker, and it says, let me try it again in case you missed the message. Okay, axle lock is canceled, but let me and I'll show you why. Because it says to lock axles, shift to 4-wheel drive low, which I don't want to go to 4-wheel drive low because I need the high wheel spin. I need 4-wheel drive high with the lockers on to help me get out of the mud. So that's what I was encountering, and I was absolutely confused on what was going on when I was trying to get myself out of the mud. So what I've subsequently learned, that in order to get my lockers on in 4-wheel drive high, I have to get that traction control off, which I thought it was, as the little sign shows. But in reality, it was still controlling. So what you have to do is you have to come in here and press the little traction control button off, and you're going to hear a little ding on it after about 5 seconds. There, you hear the little ding, and it tells you that forward collision is off, and my traction control is sitting here on off. Okay, so now the next step is to try to put my my lockers on. So let me try doing that down here again. So I'm going to press this down, and I get the note, and I'm going to do it again so you can see it, and I get the message that my rear axles are locked. Up here, it tells me that they're locked, and I'm in 4 high. So basically that was successful. There's one last piece that you need to pay attention to, just to make sure that you've got control over the speed and make sure it doesn't go into overdrive or something like that, is when you, on the shifter, come on over here, so you'd be in drive, right? You're trying to get out of the mud. Go ahead and put it into manual, and then control your speed that way, or your gears that way. And that way you can control, what gear you're in. Otherwise, the automatic transmission may get confused, and if it tries to throw you into high overdrive, apparently those gears are not as strong and could cause you some issues. So that's the lesson. That's what I will be doing next time I tackle the mud, and and get myself bogged down, and how I'm going to try to clear my wheels. All right, guys. Well, appreciate it. Hope that helps.